Hey folks, Nitno here. Today we're taking a look at why you should be looting castles in DayZ. Castles have a variety of interesting loot, ranging from additional protection to interesting weapons. Alright, let's go castle crashing. You can find chainmail at castles that will give you additional chest protection, even from projectiles like bullets. A great feature here is that you can place it under an existing protective vest and it will increase your protection even more. Therefore, if you have chainmail under a plate carrier, it will reduce incoming damage even more than if you just had a plate carrier on. Chainmail leggings can also be found here and are currently the only item in the game that offer projectile protection to your legs. A player with a plate carrier, chainmail chest, and chainmail pants will have the maximum amount of body armor. Keep in mind though, you will be very heavy and you will take a big hit to your stamina. You can repair chainmail with pliers. The chest plate is an interesting body armor that has similar protection of a police vest or press vest. In my testing, the chest plate will absorb slightly more shock damage, so your character will not go unconscious as fast with a chest plate on compared to a police vest or press vest. This extra shock damage is more noticeable versus small calibers like those found in a handgun. So in theory, a chest plate might actually be better than a police vest or a press vest against small calibers. You can repair a chest plate with a blowtorch. The mace drops at castles and is the best melee weapon in the game against other players. This weapon has the ability to one-hit knock out a player with a heavy attack to the head. With this weapon, you can go around and one-tap people. Another nice feature is just that it's a smaller weapon. You can place it in your bags and it won't take up a ton of space. The sword can be found in castles, and although it is a solid weapon, it's a bit more of a weapon that you use because it's fun rather than the most overpowered weapon. Every swing has an extremely high chance to cause a bleed and deal a decent chunk of health damage. This one's great for taking on Zeds early on, but it's a little too big to carry around all the time. So you'll probably eventually drop it, unless you want to use it just for how cool it is to have a sword. Castles are also a great place to find a crossbow. Crossbow, in my eyes, is one of the most satisfying weapons to get a kill with in DayZ. The sound in the feel is just so satisfying. Crossbows also make for excellent zombie killers, as you can retrieve your bolts from targets. You can also make new bolts very easily by chopping up short sticks from bushes and combining it with a sharp edge to craft a bolt. Make those bolts even more accurate by adding feathers that you can get from a chicken. Another perk of castles, it's simply the view you get from on top. Castles are often placed at points of interest that allow you to overlook your next objective and plan your route. If you're lucky, you might even spot someone and get a chance to snipe them. This leads me to my next perk, is that these points of interest are often a good place for PvP. For some of you, that might be a disadvantage if you're trying to play it safe. But as I often like to say in DayZ, you can't live forever, so let's just go for it and send it. Often in these buildings, the players at the top of the tower will have an advantage if a player is pushing up. But I've certainly been surprised walking down the stairs by other players too. So if you're checking one of these castles, be careful and keep in mind that you could get some PvP. Next up, if you are the type of player to make a base or raid bases, this is a great place to check out. Building here certainly won't hide your base very well, you'll definitely get visitors, but it's just a really interesting place to set up a base. So if you are okay with getting some action, then take the risk, set up shop, and try to hold it down with some friends. Castles are often also a great place for hunting loot. I'll go check them in hopes of hunting scopes, tundras, and some 308 ammo. With a little bit of luck, you can come out of castles stacked with awesome loot. Alright, leave a comment with a simple friendly if you made it to the end. Follow me on Twitch to catch me live. Subscribe to the channel and snipe the like button. Thank you and have an awesome day. Peace.